So today, boys and girls, we got some good news because title update 11.1 is finally here. Yes, it will be dropping tomorrow, Tuesday, October 20th. That will go live. Yes, it's going to be going live. And they're focusing on the summit, which is probably going to be one of the best areas to farm gear. So if you're looking at farming gear in title update 11.1, summit is going to be the place to be. Now the reason why is because all difficulties are selectable, normal to legendary. You can do floors 1 to 100 normal, 1 to 100 legendary. It's up to you. For directives, players are able to select from 9 release directives. Those are all the 9 release directives. Now they do recommend only putting 5 directives because they say that you can use them at your own risk, but once you start going over those 5 directives, it can get pretty intense. Now players now ascend at their customized summit at their own pace. Remember, with title update 11.1, all players initially start at floor 100. Once you beat it, right? Once you beat it at 100, you will start back at level floor 1. There are no more rally points. There are what they call the checkpoints. So every time you hit elevator, you'll be at that checkpoint. That's just something for you guys to keep in mind with that. So this means that you can stop at floor 38. Then the next continue from the elevator at floor 37, because remember, depending on where that checkpoint is, that's where you'll start. Now, targeted loot is the main reason why I'm saying this is going to be the best place to farm gear, because at any point while you are in the summit, players can open the mega map and set their personal targeted loot, which you can't do anywhere else. For their allocation, players can select from weapon types, gear slots, mods, brands, gear sets. The target loot selection within Summit is personalized, which means each player in the group of 4 can have different allocations chosen, which is amazing, right? So that means this is going to be where you and your friends are going to want to farm, because say if you need a piece, they can still farm for whatever they're looking for. Now, threat scaling: the higher the players climb the summit, the more likely they are to encounter tougher enemies. The chance for enemies to spawn as veterans or elite gradually increases per floor. So no matter if you're playing on normal or hard all the way through, it's always going to increase as you continue up. Now, lieutenant squads, those occur more frequently as you ascend the summit. The boss floors 10, 20, 30, etc. feature multiple named hostiles on higher floors. So the higher you get, the more named enemies you'll get, which I think is really cool. Now, added additional gameplay improvements to the summit, added a weekly project for finishing the summit, which along with other rewards grants an exotic cash, added more objective types. They fixed the laptop interaction on some of the objectives, so it's going to be a quicker laptop interaction. They adjust the spawning of enemies during hack terminal objectives. Holding shade crates is more beneficial than it was before, and they added a new UI notification about exotic firearms and bosses. So just some nice little changes that they're doing to the summit. Now, directives now increase the chance for targeted loot to drop. So the more directives you have, the better chance of you getting more loot. Since introduced in title update 6, targeted loot has been influenced by a number of factors, including difficulty. Now in title update 11.1, each active directive adds a small amount to the total drop chance of that targeted loot. So add those directives, that's what they're telling you. This applies everywhere. Directives are present mission, open world, and the summit, so that's not just for the summit. Now, notes: directives still increase XP as well, and you guys know that 25% extra XP. Increase the cooldown reduction per skill part collected with scavenge skills directive, and fix the issue causing fragile armor's broken stacks to behave strangely after dying and being revived. Now, targeted loot: added individual targeted loot allocation for each gear set. This applies both to normal rotations and to the summit's personal targeted loot. So what that means is Lincoln Memorial can have True Patriot now, and we've talked about that in other videos. So you can actually, instead of just farming the green gear set, you can farm the actual True Patriot if it's that targeted loot. Gear: Ridgeway Pride's exotic, the chest piece, got some small tweaks to make it more beneficial for you guys to want to get it. For the first part of the exotic quest, parts now drop based on the summit floor numbers, increased drop chance of parts. So now, based on what floor you are, and that's where you can get those parts. For the third part of the exotic quest, lowered the number of rogue agents and hunters that need to be killed to 2, because remember, if you're playing solo, you always get 2 to spawn, so they felt that that was a little bit more beneficial. They increased the radius of bleeding edge talent to 15 meters, and they increased the repair strength of bleeding edge talent to 3%, 6%, 12%, 24%, and 48%. So if you guys are looking at getting this, I highly recommend you guys farming for it once it drops. Well, once Summit gets updated, it should be a lot easier for you guys to unlock, especially now that you can complete the Summit on normal, hard. So most of you guys should be able to get that completed. PvP got some small changes, so we might as well talk about those. These PvP balance changes affect both DZ and Conflict. They decrease the overall time to kill by 10%, decrease the shotgun damage by 12%, increase damage to shields by 25%. A lot of you guys hate those shields. Well, there you go. They're fixing it. Fix the issue in Conflict, which caused the firewall specialization flamethrower to deal excessive amount of damage. It was like one-shotting people, I've heard. So, and they got a bunch of different bug fixes coming to title update 11.1, and that was all that they really talked about during these patch notes. What I'll do is I will put a link to the patch notes if you guys are trying to take a look at them. This is all we have. They weren't too long, but it was kind of cool to see that 11.1 is coming when a lot of people want to have something to play the Summit for. And I think now, once the Summit actually has this go live, this is going to be the place to farm, guys. This is going to be where you guys want to go to get better gear. I know this is where I'm going to be farming, especially when I can select exactly what I want. If I put a directive on, I'm going to have a higher chance of getting that targeted loot, and then I can complete my builds a lot faster, right? Because when you can focus, farm your builds, it makes it so much easier to create different builds, right? So Summit's going to be a place that I catch myself playing a lot, probably with like 3 directives on, maybe even 4 depending on which ones they have. But yeah, if I can get at least 4 directives on and run through it, I can definitely increase my chance of getting that targeted loot. I want to know what you guys think. What do you guys think about the big changes coming with title update 11.1? Are you excited to see the changes here? I think they're really cool. I actually put out a more detailed video on how the changes look. They gave us a sneak peek of it. I think I want to say the last state of the game they had, which was what, like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, that's definitely something you guys might want to check out. Let me know what you guys think about this. I will be wrapping this video up here. Remember guys, if you guys want to catch more content from me, check out youtube.com/skills live, and I have other Division 2 content there and other gaming content on that channel. But hey, let's wrap it up here. I will see you guys in the next Division 2 video, but until then, nothing but skills out.